Hello, welcome to yoga class. Today's class is loving kindness yoga. The longest and most intimate relationship that you're ever going to have is the relationship that you have with yourself. So by mindfully moving your body, this is a great way to practice self-love, especially self-love directed towards your body. Each and every one of us have certain opinions, positive, negative thoughts about our body. Maybe we wish that this was bigger or this was smaller or vice versa. We get caught up in these stories about how we think that our bodies should look. And I would like to just invite you for our practice today to find some love for yourself in your body just the way that it is, knowing that the body that you have right now is perfect. And we're just gonna celebrate this incredible body and its ability to move. So we'll actually start off in a reclined Baddha Konasana posture. So reclined, we'll come onto our backs and we're gonna take some time for breath work. I recommend grabbing a couple blocks to support your thighs as you're in this bound angle pose. So you want to bring the soles of your feet together, and when you look in your lap, you've got this diamond shape, the knees are splayed out, we've got external rotation for the hips. Before you lay down, you can take one block underneath each thigh. So this is really beneficial because now we've got the blocks bringing the ground up to us. So we don't have to let the legs hover and hold any tension. We can fully let the legs relax, which means we're able to start stretching our hips. So slowly coming onto your back and feeling the connection of your entire back on the mat. Start to notice your natural breath, how you breathe without force or control. Give yourself a moment to modify the blocks and the positioning if you need to. And now take your hands to your belly if you haven't already. We're going to practice some belly breathing. As you inhale, feel the belly pressing to the hands. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften. Inhale deeply. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Continue to breathe in this way. Inhale all the way to the top of the breath, practicing full lung capacity breathing. Exhale, release slowly. Focusing on lengthening each round of breath. Feel the belly pressing to the palms as you inhale. Soften and let go as you exhale. Let your hands be resting on your belly as a touch of nurturing, loving kindness. Feeling the warmth of your hands, supporting your center. Let's take one more full round of breath here. Inhale fully. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Now take your hands to the outside of the thighs. Gently guide the knees together. Feel the soles of the feet connect to the mat. If you're using blocks, go ahead and set them out to the side. Lift the feet, bring the knees in towards the chest, then take your hands to your shins. So as you're pulling the knees towards your body, you feel the low back pressing to the mat, tailbone is connected. Maybe you draw circles with your big toes for ankle mobility. Circle around opposite direction. Maybe you gently rock from side to side, offering yourself a nice massage for the back space. This usually feels pretty good. Or maybe you draw circles moving in a clockwise direction, keeping the knees together, feeling into the low back. Maybe even feeling a nice little massage at the hips. And then circle around opposite direction. And then find yourself back to center, slowing the movement, stopping the movement, releasing the hands and letting the soles of the feet meet the mat again. Open the feet to hip distance and think about aligning the heels with the glutes. From here, we'll lift the right foot, take the right ankle to the left thigh. Now lift the left foot, position the left ankle in line with the left knee. Right hand reaches through the legs, left hand around the outside of the left thigh, fingers interlace. Now feeling your palms connected to the back of the left thigh, gently start to pull your left leg towards your body. Feel the stretch at the right hip and decide how much intensity you want. So the more you pull your leg towards your body, the deeper you're going to feel the stretch. If it becomes too deep of a stretch, you can gently back out. And just remember that our theme today is loving kindness. We want to treat our body with love, care, and respect. Your body's going to let you know how far it needs to go. It'll also let you know if you've got to the point of major discomfort or pain. So really tap in, honor yourself. One more round of breath. Inhale fully. Open your mouth, exhale completely. Sigh of relief. Now gently release your hands and just see how it feels to take your palms to your shin. We're not going to spend a lot of time here. I just want to show you a different variation that you can take. For me, this is more intense. For you, it might be a different experience, but just so that you know you have a different option that you can take moving forward. Now we'll release the hands and gently lower the left foot to the mat, send the arms out to the sides. And once the left foot connects down to the mat, lift your right foot. Take the sole of the right foot to the mat. Enjoy a full round of breath. Inhale to the top of the breath. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Now lift the left foot. Left ankle comes over to the right thigh. Lift the right foot. Ankle is in line with the knee. Set it up. Find your alignment. Now reach the left hand between the legs. Right arm comes around the outside of the right leg. Fingers interlace. Palms to the back of the thigh. Gently start to pull the right leg towards your torso. Notice and pay attention to the stretch at the left hip. Find the sweet spot, that place of deep stretch, but not to the point where you feel pain. Find that loving kindness for your body, really taking care of yourself in this moment. Now bring all of your awareness to your breath as you hold this shape. As you find stillness in this pose with your breath, notice if you want to go a little deeper for your stretch. And now just leave the legs as they are, release the hands, take the fingers to interlace, but the palms now come to the shin of the right foot. So now feeling the option on this side for a different variation. Notice how this feels in your physical body. Notice if you like this option better or not. And just know that you have options. Now we'll release the hands. And take the right foot down, lift the left foot, bring the left foot down. Take the hands back to the belly. Inhale, feel the belly pressing to the palms. Exhale, let it go. Lift both feet. Take your hands to the back of the knees. Gently lift your tailbone and start to rock up and down the spine a few times. Now, if this doesn't feel good to you, you can take the option of rolling over onto one side. Whichever option you choose to take, we're going to find ourselves on our seat. Take the hands to the shins. As you inhale, send the heart forward, getting a little back bend. And then as you exhale, bring your heart in, now rounding the spine. Inhale, send the heart forward for extension of the spine. Exhale, round the back. And just take a few more. This is one that we're familiar doing from a kneeling position, and it's fun to just try from a seated position, just switching things up, finding different variations, different options, lovingly being kind to our bodies, finding what we need. Now find neutral, reach the crown of your head up, release the hands from your shins, bring your feet out to one side. Come into a kneeling position. So as you set yourself up on your mat, you're going to take the hands to the mat, wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Bones are stacked in the arms. Look between the knees. If you can see your feet, move them out just until you can't see them anymore. This is going to bring the ankles in line with the knees. Now, as you inhale, lower the belly, get more extension for the spine, a bigger back bend than when we were seated. And as you exhale, lift your back. Move between these two postures. Cat as we lift the back, and cow as we lower the belly. Exhaling as we lift our back, inhaling as we lower the belly. Now bring yourself back to a neutral tabletop position. Reach the crown of the head forward, reach the tailbone back, energetically lengthening the spine. Bring the knees together, bring the feet together. Lift both feet, take the feet over to the right. So I find it really comfortable to rest the top of the right foot onto the arch of the left foot. Keeping the feet as they are, walk the hands over to the feet, keep the palms down. So I'm going to call this a kneeling banana. And we'll send the left hip back into the left to get into the side body. Nice deep stretch. Bring the hips back to center, walk the hands back onto the mat. Lift the feet, take the feet back to the mat where we started. Full round of breath. Inhale all the way to the top of the breath. And as you exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Now lift both feet again. This time take your feet over to the left. Let the right foot rest onto the arch of the left foot. And then walk the hands over towards the feet. Palms are grounded. Send the right hip back to the right. Hold and breathe. Give yourself time to release congestion at the side body. Bring the hips to center. Gently and slowly walk your hands back onto the mat. Lift your feet, take your feet onto the mat. Now we're going to separate the knees back to our neutral tabletop position. I'm going to give you two different options. Take the one that you feel is best going to serve you today. They're both really great options. Option one is going to be a little more dynamic. We'll walk the hands, one hand placement in front, and then we'll curl the toes, lift the hips way up high, and then press them back for downward facing dog. If this is the option that you're taking, send your chest towards your thighs. Position the ears between the biceps. Decide if you want to stay still or maybe you bend one knee at a time, finding a nice deep stretch in the legs.
Now, if this is too much, you can lower the knees back down and you can come into child's pose. Knees can be open wide for hip opening with arms extended in front. Or if you'd like to stretch the back, particularly the low back, you can bring the knees together, arms by your sides. In both of these options of child's pose, the forehead comes down to meet the mat. So whether you're in child's pose or down dog, take time to breathe fully. Come back to your breath. Find length in the breath. Two more rounds of breath here. Wherever you are, know that we're going to transition to a standing forward fold. If you are in child's pose, you can come into downward facing dog. And we'll just carefully walk the feet towards the hands, making our way to the top of the mat. And as we get there, we'll position the feet hip distance. As you inhale, take your palms to your shins. Reach the crown of your head forward. This is a half lift. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Bring your torso towards your legs. If your hamstrings are tight, then you can bend your knees. That'll be more comfortable. If your hamstrings are open, you can straighten your legs. You can take your hands to opposite elbows, framing your head with your arms. This is a really great option to get more traction for the spine, to help decompress the spine. You're really going to want to decompress the spine, especially if you've been doing a lot of standing, walking, or sitting. If you're holding your head up, let it go. Let the top of the head face down to the mat. With loving kindness, just letting any excessive thoughts dump out, releasing them from your being, and just focusing on your physical body and the movement that it allows us to do. On the next exhale, if you've grabbed your elbows, go ahead and release them. Inhale, find a half lift. And as you exhale, fold again. This time, look at your feet. Bring your feet together. Now, bend the right knee. Keep the left leg straight. Come onto your fingertips and walk your hands outside of your right foot. So your hands are to the pinky side of your right foot. Right knee is bent. Left leg is straight. Now, if your fingertips don't reach the mat, don't worry. You can position a block underneath your hands. And as you hold on this side, feel a nice deep stretch going up the left leg into the left hip. And gently bend the left knee. So now both knees are bent. Take the hands in front of the feet. When you're ready, press the right foot to the mat. Straighten the right leg. Keep the left knee bent. Come onto fingertips. Walk the fingertips to the pinky side of the left foot. So you're rotating your torso over to the left. Keep a deep bend in the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Relax the head. Feel a really nice stretch going up the right leg into the right hip. And now gently bend the right knee. Both knees are bent. Walk the hands in front of the feet. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to take one more variation in our standing forward fold. Looking at your feet. Lift your right foot. Take your right ankle behind your left. Inhale, half lift. See if you can straighten the legs. Exhale, fold. So this might be a practice for your balance as well. Keep thinking about straight legs. And maybe you close your eyes if this is okay for your balance and notice where you're feeling the sensation in your body. If you feel like you could be challenged more, walk the hands closer to the feet, or maybe you take your hands to your ankles. Remember, let the head relax, no need to hold it up. If you feel ungrounded and wobbly, if you lifted your hands to your ankles, you can position the hands back down. Just find what your body needs in your practice today. Preparing to come out. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, take the right foot back over to the right side and fold. Staying in the fold, notice the difference. See if you feel anything different from the left side to the right, right to the left. On the next inhale, we'll find a half lift again. This is great for the hamstrings. And then as we exhale, we'll take the left ankle behind the right and fold. Take the hands to where they feel most supportive. Maybe the palms are grounded, maybe the fingertips, maybe you feel really grounded here and you take your hands to your ankles. Let the head relax. Notice if this side feels different than the first side. And let yourself modify. Listen to what your body's saying. Give it what it needs with loving kindness. Now on the next inhale, we'll take a half lift. Exhale, take the left foot back over to the left and fold. Now soften the knees, find a little bend. Take your time to slowly roll up to a standing position. There's no rush. Head is going to come up last to prevent us from getting dizzy. And we're working our way into Tadasana, mountain pose. So we bring our arms by our sides, palms are facing forward. And as you come into your mountain pose, feel the foundation at your feet. Feel the soles of the feet rooting down into your mat, into your practice space. Little micro bend at the knees. Pull the belly button towards the spine. You'll feel the tailbone lowering down. This way we're protecting the low back. Now from here, we're going to practice our warrior two, one side at a time. So to safely come into it, bring your hands to your hips. Now you want to keep weight into your left foot. Pick up your right foot. You're going to send it back and you're going to rotate your toes off to the right side of the mat. Okay, so the left toes are pointed to the short end of the mat. The right toes are pointed to the long edge of the mat. Now we want the left knee tracking above the left ankle, and then we fly the arms. So fingers are reaching in opposite directions. Now it's pretty chilly today, so I've got socks on. It's gonna be more comfortable grip-wise if you're barefoot. So if you've got socks on, just pay attention. If you feel like your feet are gonna rip apart off the mat, then you can shorten the distance. Now you wanna look to your left middle finger. This is a strong posture and we're gonna hold it for 8 full rounds of breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. And repeat. Inhale to the top of the breath. Exhale, let it go. Continue to breathe. Exhale, sigh of relief. We're halfway there. 4 more rounds of breath. 3 more rounds of breath. Feel the strength and engagement in your legs. 2 more rounds of breath. Just 1 more round of breath. You've got this. Exhale, lower the arms down. Press into the left foot. Now turn the left toes facing the same direction as the right toes. Left leg is going to stay as is. And now we're going to just rotate the right toes to the back end of the mat,
bend the right knee. So we're setting up for our warrior two on this side. You want to think about pressing to the pinky edge of the left foot and pressing into the right foot. Strong stance. Right knee is tracking above the ankle. Arms fly out. Gaze is to the right middle finger. Now hold this strong, active posture and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And again. Notice where you feel sensation in the body. We're almost halfway there. We've got just a few more rounds of breath. Strong, active posture. Just a couple more rounds of breath. You've got this. And as you exhale, lower the hands, straighten the right foot, turn the right toes, same direction as the left toes. Now we're in a wide-legged stance. As you transition to this wide-legged stance, just feel into it. Feel stable in your body. If you feel like your legs are going to split open, shorten the distance. Know that we're going to come into a goddess squat with the shoulder opening option. So to safely come into the goddess squat, think about first bend your knees and then slightly take the toes out, heels in. So the idea is you want your knees and your toes facing the same direction. That's going to be safest. So once you do this, bend the knees and just take some little squats here, activate the quads, build strength in the thighs. We're going to come into what's called humble horse, and this is a little bit challenging. So we're only going to take a few rounds of breath. So as we do this, we don't want the we don't want the hips going lower than the knees, okay? So we want to have control of our goddess squat. Now, if you've got a lot of arch in your low back, send the tailbone down. Notice how that feels. And then see if you can take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. From here, hinge at the hips, reach the head forward, and if you feel safe and secure here, then lift the fist up. Gaze down to the mat, feel the strength in the legs, and practice taking 3 rounds of breath here. I know this is challenging. You can come out if you need to. If you're okay, try for 1 more round of breath. And then press feet to the mat, straighten the legs, reach the crown of the head up, release the hands, let it go. Just shake the hands out. All right, now from here, we're gonna come back to one side at a time. So send the right heel out so the pinky edge of the foot is in line with the back of the mat, and then rotate the left toes to the other end of the mat. So we're starting, left knee is bent, left knee above the left ankle. Now we're gonna pop onto those right toes, so now we have the right heel lifted. As you inhale, reach your arms up, fingertips towards the sky. We're in our crescent lunge. You can stay here, or you can take an optional twist, opening your arms to the left. If this is okay, you can lower your left hand to your right thigh, reach your right fingers up. Great stretch for the front of the right hip. Bring the arms back to a warrior two position. Take the left arm in line with the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, take the hands to the hips. Rotate the right foot to 90. So this is a warrior two stance. And then press into the left foot, straighten the left leg. Turn the left toes, same direction as the right toes, back to our wide-legged stance. We're going to do the same thing opposite side. So now the right toes turn to face this edge of the mat, bend the right knee, setting up the feet in this warrior two position, starting here. Then once we have the right knee bent and tracking above the right ankle, then we'll come on to the left toes. Find your balance, give yourself time to get adjusted. Remember that left heel is lifted, right knee is tracking above the right ankle. Now, inhale, reach the arms up, gaze forward. This is our crescent lunge. You can stay here, or you can take the twist, opening the arms out. If you want to go deeper in the twist, you can lower the right hand to the left thigh, reach the left fingers up. Bring the arms back to warrior two. Sweep the right arm in line with the left. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, take the hands down to the hips. Turn the left foot back to 90. Press into the right foot. Bring the toes forward. Pause and take a round of breath. Notice how you feel in your body. So at this point in your practice, you might be heated up a little bit more. I was really cold when I got started, so I'm going to take a layer off. You can heel toe the feet closer together. You can take a moment to grab a sip of water if you need to, but just get adjusted however works for you, and know that we're going to work towards coming into dolphin pose. So now we're going to move from a standing position back down to down dog. And we're going to use down dog as a transition, but to get there, I recommend bringing the feet to the top of the mat, coming into your mountain pose, and then as you inhale, sweep the arms up, fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Come into your forward fold, just like we did before. Inhale, find that half lift. Exhale, fold again, plant the hands. You might need to bend the knees to make this happen. And you're going to step the right foot back, then the left, and come into your down dog. Now, dolphin pose is going to look like down dog, but we're going to practice bringing the forearms down. So your palms are grounded. Bring one forearm down, then the other. If this does not feel good or accessible in your body, then you can come into child's pose. You can take a little bend at the knees if you need to. Just see what your body wants to do. Hold and breathe if you're in the dolphin. And then if you're in the dolphin, keep the forearms down, just step the left foot back and then the right. So you're coming into a plank position. Body's in a straight line. From here, we'll practice some activation. This is going to be some really great work for our core. So this is our twister plank. From our forearms, we'll take the right hand to where the right elbow was, and then left hand. So now we're in a plank position. From plank position, we'll lower down to forearm plank. Now, again, if this doesn't feel accessible in your body, you don't have to do it. If you like it, you can follow along with me for one more round. Whoo! Let's take child's pose. That feels like we just did some cardio. Got the heart pumping. Lengthen the breath. Take a couple more rounds of breath in your child's pose. Practice lengthening the breath. And really giving yourself time to be grounded in the child's pose. If you were following along with the twister plank, you felt the increase in the heart rate, that sensation of a mini cardio workout. That twister plank option is a love dance for your belly. The core is the house of experience and love. It's the portal for releasing insecurity. So there's deep work with the belly. Now from your child's pose, as you inhale, lift your head, go ahead and come out. Reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. From here, we'll lift the hips. So now the shins are our foundation. And with the shins as our foundation, we'll open the knees to hip distance. We're gonna practice camel pose. We're gonna practice opening our heart, sending out love and kindness to others, and opening our heart for ourselves. So I like to start this one by curling the toes. This is gonna make the heels more accessible. And then from here, we've got some different arm options. Some practitioners like to take the left hand to the left heel, right hand to the right heel, and then shine the heart forward. Now, this can be very intense for some people. So if that is a little too intense for you, then you can take your hands to your glutes as if you're putting your hands in your jeans pockets, and then just press the hips forward, gaze up without compression in the neck. And another option is that you can take reverse prayer hands, bringing the palms together to the low back. Pressing the hips forward, opening the heart, shining it up. Lots of options. See which one you like. Notice if you want the toes curled or not. And then slowly come out. Gently send the hips to the heels. Take a moment here. Releasing the hands, lifting the hips just enough to bring your feet in front, coming onto your seat. We'll now take a seated forward fold. So we want to extend the legs in front. We'll bring the legs together, bring the feet together. You can take your hand to your left glute, pull the flesh back, and then do the same thing on the right side. Feel more grounded in your seat. Take your hands outside of your hips. As you inhale, reach the arms up, reach for the sky. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward. Now, as you reach the hands forward, you can let the hands rest outside of the legs. You can take your hands to your legs, to your ankles, to your feet. Inhale, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, fold deeper. Nice stretch for the hamstrings and the entire back space. Wherever you are, hold and breathe. Don't stress about reaching, gripping, grabbing. You can let the arms passively relax. If you're very flexible and you're looking for a challenge to go deeper and it's no problem to grab your feet, then maybe you position a block at the feet and grab onto the block. Bring all of your awareness to your breath. Inhale love. Exhale kindness. And repeat. We've got 3 more rounds of breath. Modify if you need to. Find the option that's best serving your body with love and kindness.
Inhale, slowly rise up.
Reaching the crown of the head up. Straight spine, axial extension. Pausing here. Great job with movement. Know that from here we are going to take a guided meditation for love and kindness. So you want to come into a position that's going to be really comfortable. You are welcome to come into your traditional Shavasana if that's the way that you like to take relaxation. If you want to practice more of a seated meditation option, then you can come into your seat in whichever way works for your body and your legs. Knees can be bent or legs can be extended. I really like to spend time meditation by sitting on 2 blocks that are stacked. So I take my shins and the tops of my feet as the foundation. I bring the 2 stacked blocks underneath my seat, and then I hug the blocks with my ankles and my feet. So I really like this option. The lift of the blocks brings the hips higher up than the knees, so you're opening the angle at the knees. So try this. If this isn't working for you, that's okay. If you don't have blocks, know that you can come onto pillows instead. And if seated isn't working for you at all, remember you can always come into Shavasana. So all you need to do at this point is just listen if you want to hear the guided meditation. If you rather tune me out and just relax in your Shavasana, that's fine too. So this is called Metta meditation, loving kindness. Metta is a Sanskrit word that is used to promote loving kindness, and this meditation is really all about warm-heartedness for ourselves and for others. So however you find yourself best positioned, come into that shape. Close your eyes. Bring your gaze inward. Simply notice your breath. Now, with your eyes closed, imagine that you're looking in the mirror, looking back to your face. Notice the details of your face, all of your beautiful features, all the things that make you unique. As you look to this mirror self, repeat after me. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. Continue to see this visual of yourself. Send this love and kindness to you. You deserve it. See yourself in the mirror receiving all this love and kindness from yourself. Practicing self-love. And slowly let that visual of yourself fade away until you see nothing. And start to think about a friend or a family member. The first person that popped into your head, visualize their face. Imagine that they're standing in front of you as if you're having a conversation. Imagining that you're having this conversation, seeing this friend in front of you. Repeat after me, directing to this person. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. See this person receiving this love and kindness from you. Continue to send them this energy. Slowly let the image of this person fade until you see nothing. Sending them on their way with well wishes and warm-heartedness. And as you come back to space and nothingness, think about someone that you've had difficulties with, someone who might have challenged you. And as the image of this person pops up, stick with it, even if it might be difficult to look at this person as if they're standing in front of you. Keep your focus on this person. And as you look to their face, repeat after me. May you be safe. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. Keep looking to this person. Send them love and kindness, even if it's challenging. Just try. Know that sometimes the people that are the most difficult to love are the ones that need love the most. Send this person love, kindness. And then let them go. Let their image drift away. Back to stillness, back to nothingness. And take a moment to see if anyone else pops up for you. Any friend, family member, partner, anyone that you might want to spend time sending well wishes, warm-heartedness, love, kindness, metta to. Visualize them. Tell them, may you be safe. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. With each exhalation, send them love. Send them kindness. And then let them go. Eventually find yourself back to your mirror, seeing your reflection, your own beautiful face, this face that you've seen so much, this face that has represented you, accompanied you through your life. See your face. Say to yourself, may you be safe. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. Continue to see yourself. As you continue to see yourself, take your hands outside of your hips. With your eyes closed, still looking at yourself, inhale, lift your arms up, fingertips towards the sky. Gather all the love, kindness, and energy for yourself. Bring your palms together, and as you exhale, bring your thumbs down the midline, connecting your thumbs to your heart center. Feel the love that you're bringing into your own heart space. Know that you deserve this love. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. Send it out, share it with others. And gently flutter the eyes open. The love and kindness in me recognizes the love and kindness in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.